Now, let me explain to you paano naman yung four-way variance na ina-abbreviate ko as SVIF. Okay? So, the SVV variance na pinag-uusapan natin kanina, yung three-way variance, no? Kaya siya SVV, by the way, is spending variance, variable efficiency variance, and volume variance. No? Kaya ko siya tinawag na SVV. No? So, yung SVV may be extended further to create a four-way variance. The volume variance is divided into idle capacity variance and fixed efficiency variance. So, ganito na yung magiging itsura ng volume variance mo. Mahati na siya sa dalawa, idle capacity and fixed efficiency. Kaya nga ang tawag ko dun sa four-way variance is SVIF, no? Kasi ang magiging composition na niya, spending variance, variable efficiency variance, yun yung SV, and then idle capacity variance and fixed efficiency variance, yung IF. So, what is the idle capacity variance? So, this variance measures the fixed overhead effect of the efficiency or inefficiency in using the available production capacity. So, yung po kasing fixed overhead, nabanggit ko kanina, nakadepende kasi po yan, no, dun sa capacity binabudgetan mo, no, kung ilan yung capacity na plano mong magamit during the period, no. Ngayon, ang problema kasi sa fixed overhead is, kahit ilan yung capacity na magamit mo, kahit ilan yung capacity budgetan mo, ganun pa rin yung amount niya. No? So, minimeasure nitong idle capacity variance is, nagamit mo ba efficiently lahat ng capacity na pinlano mong gamitin? No? Yung capacity binadgetan mo, nagamit mo ba lahat? O na-exceed mo ba? O meron kang mga unused or untapped capacity na nasayang? Yun yung minimeasure ni idle capacity variance. So, how do we compute for the idle capacity variance? So, the capacity used in budgeting less the actual capacity used times the standard fixed overhead rate. So, fixed overhead lang po may kinalaman itong idle capacity variance. Okay? So, analysis. If capacity used in budgeting is more than the actual capacity used, the variance is unfavorable. Bakit? Kasi kapag yung binadgetan mong capacity is more than the actual capacity used, ibig sabihin, yung pinlano mong capacity, yung binadgetan mo, hindi mo nagamit lahat. No? Ibig sabihin, may unused or untapped capacity ka. Ang problema, may fixed overhead ka na maghahati-hati. Ang mangyayari dyan, kapag hindi mo nagamit lahat yung untapped, yung lahat ng capacity pinlano mo, hindi sulit yung fixed overhead mo. No, kasi 'di ba kagaya ng sabi ko sa inyo, yung fixed overhead kasi kahit ilang oras ang magagamit mo, yun pa din yung amount niya. Kaya mas maganda, mas maraming oras yung magamit mo kaysa mas konti. Kasi mas sulit yung fixed overhead mo pag mas marami kang nagamit na capacity. Kaya yun yung dahilan kung bakit unfavorable siya kapag yung capacity mo used in budgeting is more than the actual capacity. Again, ang logic, hindi mo nagamit lahat nung capacity binadgetan mo, yung capacity pinlano mo, hindi mo nagamit lahat. Ibig sabihin, hindi sulit yung fixed overhead mo during the period, no? Kasi yung actual na nagamit mo, konti lang. Kahit naman gumamit ka ng madami, ganun pa rin yung fixed overhead. Di gumamit ka na lang dapat ng madami. Nangyari nga, konti lang yung nagamit mo, di hindi sulit. Okay? So, unfavorable. Otherwise, kung baliktad naman, no? Capacity used in budgeting is less than the actual capacity used. Variance is favorable. Why? Ibig sabihin nun, sulit yung fixed overhead mo. Na-exceed mo yung capacity pinlano mong gamitin or yung pinlano mong level of performance during the period na exceed mo. No? Mas sulit ngayon yung fixed overhead mo kasi mas marami kang nagawa given a certain amount of fixed overhead na hindi naman nagbabagong amount kahit ilang hours ang magamit mo. Okay? So let's compute the idle capacity variance in the problem. The capacity used in budgeting is 400 hours, no? Galing po yan dun sa budget column. Di ba ang budget niya is 200 units ng product ang ipoproduce niya. Kinonvert ko siya into hours kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin ay capacity in hours. Okay? So yung 200 tas may standard assembly hours ka na 2 per unit, so ibig sabihin yung pinlanong capacity na magamit during the period is 400. Versus, ilan ba yung actual na nagamit? Actual hours of assembly time, actual input used according to the problem, is 411. So dito pa lang, kaya na nating masabi kung ito ay favorable or unfavorable. Ang capacity pinlano mo na magamit is 400. Pero ang actual na nagamit mo, 411. O, fixed overhead ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Sulit yung fixed overhead mo. Kasi, na-exceed mo yung capacity pinlano mo, yung fixed overhead naman, hindi naman nagbabago ang amount niya kahit ilang hours ang magamit mo. So, mas maganda talaga, gumamit ka na lang ng mas maraming hours para mas sulit yung overhead mo. Just like the situation here, no? Na-exceed mo ng 11 hours yung pinlano mong capacity. So that 11 hours will be multiplied to the standard fixed overhead rate per hour or per input. So medyo may konting kembo tayo dito, no? Ang given kasi sa problem, yung 19,200 na fixed overhead, no? At saka yung 200 units na plano. Yung units, kailangan mong i-convert into hours. So yun nga, 200 times 2, 400. Kasi nga, bawat unit, ang standard, 2 hours of assembly time. So, 400. So, you divide 19,200 by 400. That will give you the standard fixed overhead rate per hour na 48. Multiply that to 11. Your idle capacity variance is green or favorable, 528. Another composition of the volume variance ay yung fixed efficiency variance, which measures the efficiency in using inputs or cost drivers which are used as basis in budgeting and allocating fixed overhead. No? So dito naman, dahil efficiency, tinitingnan ulit, no, yung fixed overhead effect nung pagiging efficient mo sa paggamit ng cost driver. Ang pinagbabangga kasi dito ay yung standard input, ilan ba dapat yung nagamit na hours versus yung actual input, ilan ba yung nagamit mo. So, tinitingnan talaga kung efficient ka. Times standard fixed overhead rate. Kasi nga, ang pinag-uusapan natin ay ano yung naging epekto ng efficiency or inefficiency mo sa fixed overhead. Kaya ang ginamit ay fixed overhead rate per input. If actual input used is more than the standard input allowed for actual output, the variance is unfavorable kasi mabagal ka. Otherwise, if actual input is less than the standard input, no, yung resources na nagamit mo ay mas maliit kaysa sa dapat na nagamit, which means mas mabilis ka, mas efficient ka, the variance is green or favorable. Applying these concepts dun sa ating problem, let us compute the fixed efficiency variance. Standard hours allowed on actual output. Ilang hours ba ang dapat nating nagamit base dun sa ating actual output? If we produce 216 units at bawat units ang standard ay 2 hours of assembly time, so ibig sabihin ang dapat na nagamit ay 432 hours versus sa actual na nagamit which is given 411. So the difference is 21. And again, kaya mo nang masabi agad kung favorable or unfavorable siya. 'Di ba? Kasi, ang dapat na nagamit, 432. Gumamit ka lang ng 411. Mas mabilis ka. Ibig sabihin, green or favorable yung variance. Multiply that to the fixed overhead rate per hour. Ng computation natin is the budgeted fixed overhead of 19,200 divided by the budgeted hours, no? Yung budget yung hours na pinlanong gamitin during the period, which is 400. Kasi yung binadgetan lang nung period is 200 units, bawat unit, 2 hours ang standard. So, 400. So, 19,200 divided by 400, that's 48. So, we have a green or favorable fixed efficiency overhead variance of 1,008. So, ipakita natin ngayon yung relationship nung tatlong klase ng variance analysis na na-discuss natin so far. The two-way, the three-way, and the four-way. Again, ang total ng variances sa lahat, two-way man two-way man yan, or three-way man, or four-way man yan. 405 favorable. And then, kita mo yung naka-color, no? Yung cell na may color. O, yan yung ginawa natin ngayon. Yung volume variance, hinati natin sa dalawa into idle capacity and fixed efficiency variance. And if you add yung idle capacity variance at fixed efficiency variance, 1,008 plus 528, the sum is the volume variance, 1,536, favorable.